The views, takes and opinions expressed on this show are of the host's own and do not represent the views, takes and opinions of the Main Event Mark, Pro Wrestling Philippines Club and its affiliates. Material and sources mentioned in this episode is for general and commentary purposes only. This episode might include strong language and may not be suitable for children. Listener discretion is advised. Stay safe and stay wrestle everyone. Welcome to the Main Event Mark.
Yeah, let's go. Let me know if you can hear me properly. So, welcome to yet another live stream here on the Main Event Park podcast. My name is Angelo Penera, and thank you for joining me here tonight for the first time since before All in London. Tangina. Ayan. So, thank you sa lahat na nandito tonight on our live stream. Live stream. Nanira na naman tayo ng araw at ng script. So yun, thank you very much for everyone who is joining me here tonight on our live stream. Pasensya na rin, medyo makalat pa yung background ko tonight. Hindi na kasi ako nag-ayos. So, yun, it is what it is. Still adjusting, new setup. Hindi ko pa alam kung paano ko ayusin to. Still trying to do something new here. And I could not promise further on what will happen on our show going forward. But for the meantime, I hope you can support the show on all of our social media platforms at Main Event Mark PW. So thank you very much for everyone who is supporting us all throughout the years. It's been first time since 2021 that we changed our universal username for all of our social media platforms here on the Main Event Mark podcast. So it's been the first time since the rebranding din pala actually that we have to do a rebranding then of our platform. So again, you can follow and support the show at Main Event Park PW. And also, you can also support us on our wrestling events sa mga kapatid natin at kasama natin sa local wrestling scene. So of course, unahin na natin ang FPW Unfinished Business that going to take place in 2 weeks time sa Fake Studios in Makati City. If you want to support our friends from FPW, you can catch them also on Top Sports every Sunday and also video on demand on Blast TV. So also, Puso Wrestling Heart to Heart September 21 naman yan sa Brawl Pit pa rin. That's an interesting show if you're going to ask me because Joya and Chelsea Marie is going to compete against one another with the winner will headline Dexcon's next show next month, which is the Graveyard Shift and also yung Dexcon Jam of the Joshi. So the winner of the main event of Republika tayo sabihin ko yung match nila Joya and Chelsea Marie sa Heart to Heart will compete on an international dream match sa Dexcon Jam of the Joshi. That's on October 13. Both of the shows will take place at Brawl Pit Bulusan. So I hope we can see you there. And sana makapunta rin ako. So we will see you there anytime soon. So Graveyard Shift is basically the show where Dr. Gore, based on his announcements, that he will compete there on the Graveyard Shift show. Baka na lang natin yung mga iba pang announcement ni Dexcon. Yun. So, for the meantime here, let's do some kalat din. Ayun, pakisupport din ng show natin sa Patreon, patreon.com/MEM Wrestling Pod. Or, di na pala. Na naman tayo sa script ko eh, visit. Ayun, sa Main Event Mark PW, ayun, sinulat ko na, hindi pa rin nababasa. Ang tanga ko kasi. So, Main Event Mark PW on Patreon, patreon.com/Main Event Mark PW. Kalat talaga. Ayan. Also, please support our friends from Top Sports because until tomorrow na lang, yung free streaming nila sa kanilang platform. You can watch SmackDown from Berlin tomorrow on their platform at 8 a.m. And the video on demand will be released on the same day. Kasi tomorrow, para na lang sa mga naka-Converge and Globe at Home subscriber tsaka sa iba pa mga ISP nyo mapapanood or makapag-subscribe sa Blast TV. Other than that, you can subscribe 179 a month or mag-subscribe kayo sa Blast TV. May makikita kayo doon sa bungad ng app na 3-month subscription. Libre yon, mag-register lang kayo, name, age, address, tapos details nyo, email, tsaka password. Ilagay nyo lang doon, makakapag-sign in kayo sa Blast TV. Again, Blast TV is the official broadcaster of the WWE until 2025 and beyond. Whatever, di ko alam kung kailan ba talaga mawawala yung rights. Basta sama-sama na lang tayo magdasal na una po madrop si Disney Plus, wag na po si Blast TV. Ayun. So speaking of streaming, let's start with the news here today on the live stream. Sad news ito. Ngayon ko lang to nabasa, pasensya na. Pero na-announce na to last Monday pa. That starting today, August 30, TNA is now sunsetting their YouTube Insiders for good. It will no longer available. So moving forward, starting September, TNA Impact will be televised every Fridays at 8 a.m. Philippine time, exclusively on Access TV in the States and obviously TNA Plus elsewhere. So, in case you missed it, TNA used to have their YouTube Insiders. It's either 25 pesos for 4 episodes of their weekly show, TNA Impact, or yung iba pang shows na ini-air nila other than the 4, Slammiversary, Hard to Kill, yung Bound for Glory, at saka yung Rebellion. Yung mga shows nila na specials. They're calling it premium live events. So, dropping these shows is nakikita ko na since the show was introduced or the TNA Plus thing was introduced, medyo obvious na siya sa akin. When they drop the 128 something pesos a month, noong June, kita na natin na mangyayari din to eh. They're going to drop the broadcast rights over on YouTube. And it's kind of sad for me that they're going to let go of the 25 peso subscription din. Kasi parang hindi siya magandang move for people. Imagine mo from 25 pesos, magsusubscribe ka ng 500 pesos just for TNA and the subscription then. It makes sense for the library. Yes, I always love the TNA Plus library. But when it comes to the YouTube weekly shows, I don't think TNA Plus is my cup of tea. And hindi rin magandang move sa akin na mag-drop sila ng YouTube subscription. Especially with everyone really love the TNA Impact Insiders. But I know this will be an infectable thing na mangyayari rin naman down the line because of the introduction ng TNA Plus. Pero I'm not gonna say that this is a really good decision. But we really have to respect the decision here because it's a business move in the end of the day. Na it is what it is and we have to deal with it. Although, ito life hack lang to Sa mga Reddit o kaya sa X, may mga nag-share ng codes for TNA Plus subscription. Maybe you can use that. Malaking tulong yun. Again, hindi ko po tinotolerate ang piracy, but that's a good thing na marami din nag-share ng mga codes pero hindi ko po tinotolerate talaga ang piracy. But yeah, we have no choice here. So if you want to watch TNA Impact going forward starting September, the only thing or the only time you will be able to watch that, it's either on Access TV if you are from the States or on TNA Plus elsewhere, including the Philippines. Na may subscription naman. That's 550 pesos a month for TNA Plus na kasama na yung mga special events. Pero yung World Championship, that's 2,200 per month. Hindi pa kasama ang Bound for Glory. And then, if you're going to subscribe annually, meron din silang, I think that's 11,000. That's annual kasi na subscription. So, tingnan ko na lang yung computation mamaya. Pero yun, that's a really bad news for everyone who is watching TNA Impact na yun nga, makikita nyo tong news na 'to, makikita niyo na naman si Santino na nag-share nung announcement kasi nabibuwisit na kayo kay Santino. But yun, it is what it is. It's a business decision din. Pero sana unahin niyo na si Disney. Disney needs to go. Disney needs to fucking go. Wala na tayong pakialam kay Daga next year. I hope so na magkapagtarantaduan pa si Disney sa atin. Pero I hope it's not the case. But yun, let me know what you're thinking about this development on TNA. Actually, I don't think it's a good idea to begin with. Parang nabawasan din tayo ng opportunity or ways to watch their weekly shows. It's kind of sad. To be fair though, yung TNA Plus is a really good platform din. Parang here in the Philippines, it's like Blast TV or the WWE Network elsewhere. If you have the WWE Network, ganun lang din. Ganun lang din yung UI since si Endeavor din ang gumawa ng UI ni TNA Plus. That should be fine. Pero ako, hindi ako fine. Hindi ako satisfied kasi walang option. Halimbawa, segment by segment. Unlike WWE Network ngayon, wala kasi siyang segment by segment. So medyo bummer yon for some who is watching TNA shows on TNA Plus. Unlike WWE Network na meron siyang option to skip a match or kung ano man may skip mo, dito wala. Kasi sa mga PLEs meron, pero sa weekly wala. Clarify ko lang. Pero yun, it's a bad news for everyone who is watching TNA Impact. The TNA is now sunsetting their YouTube insiders going forward, and everyone is really sad about it. Hindi lang siya gano'n nababalita kasi hindi naman sobrang mainstream ng TNA here in the Philippines, but it's huge around the world who is watching TNA, especially with the NXT TNA thing. It's really huge. It's supposedly huge right now. Yun. So, let's continue with the talk here. Hanap lang tayo ng aking templates. Yan, nagkamali na naman tayo ng show. Ay, nahanap. So, yun. So, announced then this week that a Mr. McMahon documentary, and dito yung script ko, tangin na, hindi ko mabasa. Pero yun, a Mr. McMahon documentary is set to be released on September 25, exclusively on Netflix. So, ang naggawa ng movie na to ay sila Bill Simmons and si Stu Smith. Hindi ko mabasa yung sulat ko. Sila din yung nag-produce ng Tiger King na movie. So, I don't think it's connected to WWE. And I don't think this will affect their broadcast rights with WWE either. So, ano ba masasabi ko? Is this a good move or bad move? No, I could not say right now. Masasabi ko lang na good move siya or bad move if ang goal ng movie na to or series na to, eh, patayin or paalisin yung rights ng Netflix sa or ng Raw sa Netflix. I don't think that will happen. Or i-gaslight yung situation. I don't think that will happen. Pero more on the fall or yung rise ng WWE because of him and the fall of WWE because of him. So, yan yung for sure na i-discuss dyan sa documentary. Yan, sa Netflix. So, kung may Netflix kayo, mag-subscribe kayo, you should watch this series. That should be released on September 25. That's on Netflix. Yun. So, Mr. McMahon documentary. So, masasabi ko, I could not speak too much about this kasi wala namang masyadong details aside from the rise and fall na they're stating on the teaser. Hindi rin naman detalyado if this will be featuring all of the BS that he did for the past or in the past. Pero yun, magkakaalaman na lang tayo pag may teaser na siguro nung series and then we are going to give you my review, my insight about it in the next couple of episodes here on the Main Event Part. Yun. That should be interesting. So, Mr. McMahon documentary again. It's set to be released on September 25 sa Netflix. Yun. Bit of news pa. Let's talk about nga muna AEW Dynamite after Wembley. So, mabilis lang to. Feeling ko nalimutan na natin si Ricochet. Ewan ko. Parang may afterthought ako na nakalimutan na natin si Ricochet agad. Even after of the promo with Kyle Fletcher sa X, parang feeling ko nakalimutan natin yung debut niya. Jesus Christ. What's wrong with this one? Pero yun nga, parang feeling ko nalimutan na natin na nag-debut si Ricochet sa AEW. To be fair, I love Ricochet anywhere. Pero feeling ko kasi parang nalimutan talaga natin na nag-debut si Ricochet. Ang ina kasi ang daming names na nakasabay niya doon sa match, sa Casino Battle Royale match. Doon si Nigel McGuinness na hinalikan ni Mariah May, kaya nag-Super Saiyan at nagbalik in action. So that's good for him. We will discuss more of that on our audio special. All in London. Pero isa pang afterthought natin. Si Jack Perry was announced as Bryan Danielson's opponent for All Out. Yes, it's an open challenge, so we respect the idea of open challenge. Pero Jack Perry in Chicago. Jesus Christ. Pero sorry guys, I lost my words here about Jack Perry becoming the challenger for Bryan Danielson, who defeated Swerve for the belt. Para ako nasusuya about it. Just disappointing. Parang feeling ko, this is more on them pulling CM Punk heat on Jack Perry or taking advantage of the Chicago crap on Jack Perry. Basta labo niya sa akin na all of the sudden, yes, we respect the logic of open challenges. Pero is Jack Perry the only credible challenger na pwede maging part nitong match na to? I don't think so. Yes, he is part of the biggest stable in AEW right now, but do you think he is credible? No. That's very, very suspicious. Isa pang suspicious on this week's Dynamite was the appearance of Jon Moxley for the first time in AEW programming. So Jon Moxley appeared as a heel and he appeared to be no longer part of BCC, obvious reasons. And he stated that he is looking for Darby Allin, and he warned Tony Schiavone that starting from that episode, this is no longer their company. What this is mean? So also to take note, si Marina Shafir also returned for the first time since forever on the AEW programming, and he's part of the stable. She's part of the stable. Pero let's see. Jack Perry is challenging him to the title. Medyo connect to the dots tayo. And then si Darby is also challenging for the belt at Battle. Ang nga ba event yun? Grand Slam in Australia. And then Jon Moxley is now pursuing for Darby. So we might get Darby versus Moxley. Pero mayroon akong suspicious. Feeling ko, Shane McMahon might appear here on this shit and might lead to Shane screwing him as a whole, si Darby. Pero ayoko mag-expect ng Shane McMahon because Shane McMahon, the last time we saw him, it's disappointing. Sobrang pangit niya para sa akin. The last time that we saw Shane, wala siyang natulong about the whole thing. I don't think a Shane McMahon thing would elevate the product or Shane crap would elevate everything. I don't think so. Pero the idea kasi is just dumb. Yung mga sinasabi ng mga wrestling natin, mga wrestling journalist natin, it's more on an invasion storyline. Paano ka magkaka-invasion storyline if Jon Moxley is in AEW and then Jack Perry or sino man tong Marina Shafir, Marina has been, she's part of the programming for years now. So it doesn't make sense to say that it's an invasion. Sobrang labo niya if that's the case. Pero let's observe pa kung ano yung mga posibleng mangyari. Hindi ko rin kaya mag-promise na that should be a fun thing to look forward. Pero yan, I hope they can explain then kung ano nga ba yung status ni Moxley sa BCC or kung ano nga ba yung magiging ganap niya sa Darby versus Danielson match. Technically, na-official na for Grand Slam sa Arthur Ashe. So, yun yung abangan natin in the next couple of episodes. Pero ang weird lang to me talaga that Jack Perry is the challenger for the AEW title for All Out. It's kind of disappointing, yes. But I have no choice here. Okay. Before we go to the break, just a real thought lang, mabilis lang to. So, nabalitaan natin kahapon that,agaling ko na nga itong graphics ko. Kahapon, nabalitaan natin that the wife or husband ni Nikki Bella was arrested yesterday. Na-report din to sa putang na source to. Di ko mabasa. TMZ. Yan, putang na TMZ. Di ko mabasa yung sulat ko. Pangit na talaga ako magsulat. So basta yun, nabalitaan natin through TMZ that Artem got arrested and ang dahilan daw was domestic violence. Again, heads up po, medyo maselan yung news. So, for everyone that will glorify this bullshit, I'm gonna kick you out of the stream immediately. So, we wish Nikki and her child nothing but the best. And I hope they will be able to manage to get out of the situation. So, it's kind of uncomfortable for her or to us here to discuss what really going on because wala rin masyadong details. Once we're able to get more details on that, then medyo pag-usapan natin. Pero heads up pa din, medyo sensitive yun. Kaya may mga pag-glorify nung shit pakiusap pag unahan ko na kayo. Ayun, we're just going to take a short break here on the Main Event Mark podcast. For the meantime here, let's check our friends here on PWPH. I'm used to love my script. Yun, thank you for the comment. Yeah, actually yung kay Jon Moxley, yun nga, yung minention natin. Medyo explain din. Pero yun, ang gusto kong malaman at gusto kong malaman about the Jack Perry crap here na plano nilang gawin talagang challenger ni Brian Danielson. Si BD for the belt is kung paano nila makakapitalize yung heat going to the venue since it's a CM Punk country. Medyo good luck. good luck talaga yung masasabi ko. And after All Out, yeah, definitely we're able to confirm then that Danielson will challenge or Darby will be challenged for the Arrow. Since forever, nga pala. Tama nga yung pagkasabi ko, si Marina since forever siya. Hindi ko naman siya nakikita sa TV, so don't care that. Yun. Yeah, welcome back to the show. Thank you again to everyone who is joining us here on the stream. Again, thank you again for joining us here tonight. And I hope you can follow and support the show at Main Event Mark PW on all of the social media platforms. And here on the YouTube channel, you can subscribe and press the bell for more podcasts here on the PWPH podcast and also on the Main Event Mark. So, since All in London will be discussed in a separate episode, we're not going to discuss that. Let's focus on what we're going to discuss is the predictions for predictions. Di muna pala predictions. So, before we can continue, let's discuss this news that we got just a week ago or a few days ago. So, Psycho Sid has passed away in the age of 63. We also mentioned this on our kickoff, but let's acknowledge this again. He is a legend, definitely, on his own right. So, pero like what I said, I could not say any words because hindi ko naman siya naabutan that much. Pero I saw one of his matches and he's amazing and he's impressive. The main event mark and PWN, Pro Wrestling, or PWPH and the PWPH Wrestling Network is condoling with the family, friends, and fans of Psycho Sid. Yun. So, it's time for the main event of the evening. So, yun nga. Bash in Berlin is taking place tomorrow, 1 a.m. Philippine time. And of course, sa ibang time slots, magkakaalaman tayo, di ko rin alam. Pero 1 p.m. Eastern time din po tayo sa labas ng Pinas. Sa US, it's 1 p.m. Eastern time. So, we have few matches to discuss for Bash in Berlin. Yun, nakuha ko na yung script ko. So, we have 5 matches as of tonight's recording. So, I am really excited to share with you guys my thoughts, my reactions, if I am impressed, if I'm not impressed. So, let's tackle this in a longer term, no? So, yeah. If you're ready, let's do this. So, the Unholy Union versus Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair for the women's tag team titles. So the background of this match, so basically they got a one-on-one rematch after of their encounter over on SmackDown. And then the champions, the Unholy Union, got screwed or they screwed the win. And then they got the win at Clash of the Castle noong June. So predictions wise, it's a tough decision for me. I love the Unholy Union. They're very unique. And they're trying to bring back the tag teamness of the tag team titles. Jade and Bianca, same naman. Pero I don't really think that they're losing as of right now. Medyo, hindi naman sa nawawalan ako ng credibility sa Unholy Union. But medyo WWE needs to lean pa o mas karoon pa ng mga stuff, especially with them going to USA. Yung show SmackDown is going to USA starting September. So this might be a game changer then for the Unholy Union to lose the bouts to Jade and Bianca, na alam naman natin that they're very huge stars, and in their own right naman they're amazing tag team too. But I would say for the sake lang ng marketing, doon tayo sa mas over, I think it should be Jade and Bianca Belair. Yun. So that should be it. Then we have another match. So another tag team match. So it's the Terror Twins. Di ko pa rin gusto yung idea na Terror Twins versus the Judgment Day in a mixed tag match. So it's Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley versus Dirty Dom and Liv Morgan. Personally, it needs to be a Terror Twins win kasi magkaka-rematch pa si Rhea for the belt. So she needs momentum over kay Dom. Dom, anong gagawin ni Dom? Tangin na. So yun nga, background ng story na to. So obviously, both of them got kicked out of the Judgment Day. And ever since, we're getting a lot of brawl between them. So yun yung background basically ng story between the Terror Twins and the Judgment Day. So interesting siya kasi I really love Liv Morgan right now and she is growing on me. I swear to God, if we're going to bet on Mercedes over Liv, I'm going to punch you all in the face. Seriously. I don't think that it's a fact bago ko ituloy yung predictions ko. Kung hindi po si Jordan Grace or si Liv ang iboboto yung number 1 sa mga awards or Roxanne Perez, yan tatlong yan, I'm gonna punch you all in the face. I'm serious. Pero it's either, ano lang naman to it's more on a race between Jordan Grace, the better champion in TNA. Yes, TNA is a smaller company, but let's appreciate then na yung mga accomplishment ni Jordan within the year and her huge wins then throughout the year. Then. Roxanne Perez, to be fair, she is amazing in her own right. Pero if someone picks Mercedes Moné as the woman of the year, my fist is ready. I'm gonna punch you all in the face. I'm serious. I will discuss more of that sa audio only natin. Mas mahaba ko siya i-discuss. Pero for now, Judgment Day, Liv Morgan, is really growing on me. I love Liv Morgan. And for sure, I am growing with this Judgment Day run ni Liv Morgan. And I really love it so far. So, I'm gonna give it to the Terror Twins. Pero, para lang magkaroon ng rematch si Rhea kay Liv na eventual din naman ang mangyayari din sa event, sa ibang event, sa Bash and Burn. Sa Bad Blood next month, sa October. And eventually din naman, ganun din naman talaga yung mangyayari if that's the case. Pero for the meantime, I'm gonna give this to the Terror Twins because they're impressive and they're growing on me as of right now. Ayun. Tuloy lang tayo sa mga title matches bago tayo doon sa main event natin. So, Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship. I'm not interested on how the build-up is progressing so far. Yes, it's your typical best friends match na ginago rin ni Randy Orton because of him challenging for the World Heavyweight title. Pero Cody versus KO without the friendship stuff, I think this should be a fun match. This should be a fun match them that everyone in Berlin should see and look forward them. Gusto ko ng mahabang World Heavyweight title match but this match definitely deserves it too. Siguro na lang magkakatalo na lang tayo kung ano yung mangyayari pagkatapos kasi knowing KO, si KO. Yun ang masasabi ko. KO is a snake. So, everyone, alam naman natin lahat yan, si KO. So, magkakaalaman na lang tayo on how this match will go, how the story will go after this. And if saan ba magsaside si Orton after nitong run na to or after nitong premiere ng Raw sa USA and yung SmackDown sa USA din come September. Then, yun, makakalaman tayo with how this thing will go moving forward. But for the meantime, I'm gonna pick Cody obvious reasons. Kasi given naman na. Di ko na kailangan ganong i-explain. Pero it's very given to me that Cody is winning here. Just for the storytelling, abangan ko na lang kung kailan babaligtad si Kayo. And regardless on what will happen, this should be fun. Okay. So let's continue with the advertised main event. So it's Gunter versus Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight title. So this is not that personal. I didn't like the idea of how the build is going so far with these two guns. Specifically with Gunter's character. Medyo nasusuya ako on his character. Medyo hindi ko rin bet kung paano nga ba nagpo-progress yung character niya. Although, he's interesting. Pero yung character niya kasi parang naging gatekeeper na ite na hindi mo maintindihan. Parang, it's more on a gatekeeper rather than a wrestler who wants to protect the sport. Nagmukha siyang gatekeeper just because he won the belt. Ganun yung impressive ko or impression ko. Pero I love Gunter. Gunter right now is doing a really good job promoting the show in Berlin. It's really a tough decision kung sino nga ba i-bet ko. Pero let's go with Gunter here because obvious reasons. Orton is part of SmackDown. So, doon pa lang tapos na yung boxing. And other than that, wala namang kailangan patunayan si Gunter kay Orton or si Orton kay Gunter because they are both amazing in their own rights. Magkakatalo na lang tayo on how this match will go and how this stuff will happen on both sides. So it's a win-win pa rin naman. I hope this will main event the show. Kung hindi CM Punk versus Drew, ito yung mag-main event. Definitely. Then, main event natin for here on the show. So it's CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in a strap match for the bracelet. For the bracelet. Tangina. Yun. So walang stakes masyado yun. Pero yun. That's the match that everyone is waiting for. Basically, it's strap match na to. It's not your strap match na you recently seen in WWE. So it's a strap match. They have the top 4 corners. So basically, it's a brawl that you have the top 4 corners. So it's a dumb stipulation. Pero okay din naman kasi sawang-sawa na ako sa pinfall submission bullshit. So it's fine to me. So it's basically a brawl for both of them. So regardless, let's see. CM Punk lost the first match at SummerSlam. So I am doubting that he is losing this time. Especially with the home crowd in Berlin. Hindi naman siya taga-Berlin. So, natawa lang ako na tinawag ko siyang hometown hero. Pero, yun, that should be amazing. That should be a banger match as well. Pero, I'm expecting a screwy finish too. Just for the sake of Drew flexing himself more sa television. So, nag-expect ako medyo ng screwy finish. Just for the sake of Drew proving himself that CM Punk can't win by his own. So, parang ganun yung nagiging theory ko with this match. And I cannot wait to see them blow, to be honest. Yan. That should be fun here on the match. So, let's do some real quick preview of NXT No Mercy. So, this match will take place this weekend. Then, Sunday, Monday, Manila time. Wala tayong broadcast rights. So, screw Disney Plus as always. So, Wesley versus Zach Wentz. So, obvious naman that Zach Wentz is definitely getting the win here. Then, the tag titles, Chase U versus Axiom and Nathan Fraser. That should be a fun match too, but I don't really think that this will change hands. Then the women's North American title, Kelani Jordan versus Wendy Chu. I love Wendy Chu so much. So, wag niyo masyadong yun si Wendy Chu. But it's Kalani Jordan's time. I don't think she is a credible challenger for now. So yeah, it's Kalani. Then Obafemi versus Donny D. Angelo. So yeah, obviously retain to. Tony D is amazing right now in his own right, but I don't think he's winning over Obafemi. Then Roxanne Perez versus Jada Parker for the NXT Women's title. That should be a fun match too, but it's a Roxanne Perez win until Julia or Stephanie Bakir come to NXT. Either one of them will beat Roxanne for sure. Main event, Joe Hendry versus Ethan Page for the NXT title. That should be a fun match, but obviously Ethan Page is winning this match for obvious reasons and for obvious reasons. Then I would love to see Josh Alexander then on this show, and if we could see him on the show, that should be a fun thing too, because that will be the first time that we will see a big main eventer in in NXT sa TNA banner. I hope we can see some main eventers then down the line in TNA going forward, especially with them taking the advantage of the broadcast rights that currently TNA has on Access and also on TNA Plus. So that should be it for tonight's stream on the show. I'm really excited then kung ano magiging turnout ng Bash in Berlin. So you should watch that 11 p.m. the countdown on YouTube and social media platforms and on Disney Plus here in the Philippines. So they are going to air the show here in the Philippines, 1 a.m. Manila time. That's on Sunday. And then, yan. No Mercy. Obviously, wala tayong rights dito. You should watch it on Disney sa whatever. Wala man tayong rights. So, I don't care about it. So, yan. Peacock and WWE Network lang. So, that should be it for our episode this week on the Main Event Mark podcast. Thank you very much again for joining me here on the live stream. Yeah, All in London is our special episode this week. We should do a special audio only episode. Abangan nyo lang yan sa mga susunod na araw or this weekend then. And yeah, I hope you can support the show at Main Event Mark PW and also all of our social media platforms, Facebook, X, Instagram, Twitch, on TikTok at Main Event Mark PW. And yeah, that should be it for now here on the main event. Again, my name is Angelo Penera. Thank you very much for joining me here on tonight's episode of the show. Stay safe and stay rest. I'll see you on the next show. Bye for now.